すけさん、フォローありがとう。いらっしゃいませ。Thank you for the follow, グースケ。グースケ様。Where is Resident Evil 4? Hi, lazy. Why is it Resident Evil? I have no idea what the Resident Evil is. Ich bin bereit. This is the new Resident Evil 4. Okay, let's play. Loading. End is never. The end is never. The end is loading. End. The end is never. Never the end. Eh? The end is never. Yep. Oh, okay. Wait, the loading. Is that my internet problem? Loading takes time. Friendly?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Easy jump.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was happy. Friendly?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Wow. Unfriendly neighborhood. Lexi, how are you today? Resident Evil isn't that the fruit matching game? Suika game? This is the job for me, Pog. Okay, let me adjust the mouse sensitivity. This is very important for computer gamer. Maybe. Okay, I think this is okay. Hmm? I'm good, thank you. God, thank you not. Why there's no one? I think I should lower the sensitivity. The character moves too fast. 謎解き系、いや、わかんない。事前情報なしだけど、なんか、ネタバレあったらダメっぽい。というのだけ。でも、タグにはコメディって書いてあった。Steam のストアページには。This is the famous one. やだ、誰か。
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Love, welcome, Python, welcome. Great game. Happy to see it once more. This is my totally first time and I haven't watched any stream of this because I was afraid of the spoiler, so I'm very looking forward to this game. I have no idea what kind of game this is, but this game has a tag of comedy on Steam store page, so I guess this game is a comedy. Ballad the offices. Where's the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He entered the doors to the left. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You're not the auditor without the consulting whiteboard manager. Meeting room. Is horror? Must be Steam customer service department. Isn't it scary all alone in an office? Yeah, this is scary if there's no one. Maybe they all became zombies. Quarterly post review. We need this. Moneyless reviews. Or tip. Okay, I think this is not important. What do people want? We have our new product graphs about things plus money. Profits. Profits. Hi! Video King, how are you today? Financial panic meeting. We need a less review. Ah! Money! Hi, Flame Hamster, how are you today? How to solve okay, okay. How to solve using site to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your site has a sleek blue graphic in the header. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Okay? Good day, Skitty. How are you doing? Number of slides on this side. Charts and slide size. Rate at which chart on the same side depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
They are playing with the internal objectives of the company. What are your dreams for the future? Happiness. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no. How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out. Passive aggressively on other co-workers. Reset co-workers for not something. Ratten! Welcome! こんばんは。いらっしゃいませ。Okay, so this company loves money. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Bedroom closet. Bedroom closet. Why door shut? Closes like that. Upper.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why does the voice orders me what to do? What will happen if I don't obey this order? Where to go? Executive bathroom. Voice, don't talk to me. Steam for sure. Don't they all do? Yeah, you can play this game more than once. Replayability. Yeah. Ichigo, I made it. I want to stay long though. End part, welcome. How are you today? Ichigo, isn't it cool to have a personal narrator? Ah, it's kind of cool. I wanna have my personal narrator. Wow, this room looks too big for one person. Few furnitures. Up to you whether to obey or not. I'm gonna obey. That's rich. Hitch さんこんばんは。Ichigo has Twitch chat narrator. Wow. The ceiling is so high compared to this room. Why this room is so...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Big boss. 2845. 28.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh? How can I open? Hmm? What did I... Ah! Yay! Got it!ねえ、怖いけど。Why it's red? このナレーターの声、癖があっていいですね。ちょっと面白い。Boss is dark, yeah. It's a boss. This reminds me of Resident Evil elevator. Okay. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Maybe a monster is going to jump at you. Maybe not.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind Control Facility! Sounds very sus... Hmm? Okay. こんばんは、ファイティーのウェルカムデザインプレビアント。元気ですか？オニオンキーでウェルカムハワイエトデイ。アルチェさんこんばんは。マインドコントロールファシリティ。エスケープ。I'm gonna follow the narrator. Why escape when you can get the mind control? Yeah! Let's get the mind control.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. Please fatality, welcome. You said that you would do what the voice said. Yeah. I'm gonna follow the voice.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. This is cool. Why is it not fired? Is this game really in 4.3? Yeah, maybe you can change the resolution.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Whoa. I forgot my number. But I think it doesn't matter.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
16.9に設定できたかも。ちょっと待って。あ、あ、あ、あ、ちょっと待って。Let me change the レイヤーとクイックリ。でもアミーゴの面ぶっちゃんって。いや。あと、and I'm gonna put this one here. Here. ちょっと待ってね。はい、パラソンシャル。Long time no see. Yeah, long time no see. How have you been? I'm doing great. Give me a second. Yosh. Perfect. K8XIV, welcome. How are you today? Higher resolution, yeah. よし。やります。Thank you for reminding me about the resolution. あれ
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Also, also, was müssen machen? Was muss ich machen? Vielleicht zum dort gehen oder hier. Wo muss ich gehen? Was ist das? Ist das... das ist nichts. 1 und 2. Was ist das? Ich denke... Ich muss Facility Power gehen. Gemacht. Gesichtsprobe. Welcome higher today. 5. Mind controls idle awaiting input. Wow, the game is cool.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Put an end. Welcome! I followed the order.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Konnichiwa.
Yes. He had won.
Yay!
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Open the door. I think he's gonna... Is that... Oh! Yay! Clear! Internet Explorer, welcome, how are you today?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Was happy. What? Completed the Stanley Parable, beat the game. あれあれあれ Two-paid welcome, how are you today? あれ いいゲーム which one is next? Stanley Parable again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mr. Memo. Awaiting input.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Eh? Eh? Okay. I think I think I need to do something else this time. Eh? I'm gonna
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna choose the right door then. Who is this memo? Thank you for the water. I don't obey the
This was
narrator.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few
Konnichiwa.
moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Konnichiwa.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Mr. Dean. Thank you for the follow.
At this
arigato.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, this narrator is mean.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I'm gonna check this room.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm not gonna follow the directions. Don't order me. I'm a queen. I need a key card. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift $5,000. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Bill quotes this.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Konbanwa, nice to meet you. How are you today?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I hate this narrator. Who's this? I don't follow the direction.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Michi-san.
employee lounge first,
Oyasumi.
just to admire it.
Can't tell Ichigo what to do.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beaut! But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. And we're gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Yeah.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It seems I need to take this lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
He says he's not on my sound. No, on my side. Danger everywhere. これはホラーゲームですか？多分違う。ナレーターにイラついてきますよね。え？ Danger everywhere? Like this one? Where am I going to? Is there anyone talking? Don't say that scary thing. Oh,
Now listen carefully, this is important.
yes.
Stanley walked through the red door.
エレだ。
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
エレ
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
エレ
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Which one should I take? This one? But this door is... this door... I think I should take this one. Pocahontas, welcome, how are you today? But this door is prepared by the narrator, but I think I should take this one. That door is wood. Hi, I had a wink. I had a cheese hamburger for my dinner. Kabukicho, Hunter, welcome. Please rate your...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Five is good, 1 is bad. Please rate your experience. 0, 1. こんにちは。リノ、ウェルカム。5 is good? finds a bond.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh! The Stanley Purple Worldwide Leaderboard. Doors open, the doors are tempting. Did you know that 21.3% of the players skipped into this is you. You are objectively ranked. Why not ask some friends for help? Friend is empty. No, I have friends. Chat your friends, right? Only the worst 3% player chose the blue door. This is your superior. Friend isn't empty, it's real. Oh no, you are ranked the world's worst player. Okay, I'm going on. I'm gonna choose this one. This one? It's the only door. Yeah.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
ケイスケさんこんばんは。Forward stream. あ、マインクラフト
Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose.
I can't
Watch
jump.
this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
No. No. Aki, welcome. Impact, welcome. Do you like Mondkuchen? Yeah, I haven't eaten Mondkuchen. Is that the only way that I can go? I can't jump. I can't get away from here. Should I go in there?
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Yay! My diamond. Why am I playing Minecraft? I look away for a moment and Ichigo is playing Minecraft. Yeah, I'm playing Minecraft.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Don't forget to change the stream title. Is this not the Ultra Deluxe version? Oh, this is not Ultra Deluxe version. It's different. Hyper Peanut, welcome.
Yes!
Portal!
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
I love a Portal too.
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Is Digital Deluxe version something different? Hyper Peanut. I have bought this game very long ago, so there was no Digital Deluxe before. Gyarados. Ichigo, how are you? I'm doing great. Progenitor of Terror, how are you today? In the Digital Deluxe version, they changed these games. Ah! 2 new ones? I wanna play Digital Deluxe version too. Yuti, welcome.
Oh,
Maybe new ones.
it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I don't want to do. I have played Portal a lot.
Genius.
Yes. You can do it, Ichigo. Thank you. And Captain Jack Mayo, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm okay. About to go for a drone flight. Enjoy your drone flight. Well, I wanna do drone flight too. ジーニアスの発音がじわる。Yeah, it's
Actually,
me.
you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolution...
Oh. Work in progress beta. Oh. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Oh my god, you're doing great. Filling cabinets. Please rate the Stanley Parable Alpha Test experience. Huh? It's too dark. Can you see the game? It's a little bit dark. いきなりホラーゲーね。見えるかなこれ。暗いよね。Can you see the game? ちょっと。ないか。I can't change the gamma. かすかには見えます。OK。It's so dark, I can't see things well. It's probably better that you play this version first. The Ultra Deluxe version had lots of extra jokes that were meant for the people who played the original. Ah! I see. Testers welcome. The hallways down here are from back when the Stanley Parable was a mod for Half-Life 2. I see. So Stanley Parable was a mod. Where am I going? I got lost. It's supposed to be dark. Okay? Ah! Ah! I want to see one day Ichigo playing Warhammer 40k. I wanna play that game. I haven't played that game. What kind of game is that? Scary. Oh, whoa, I've never heard that. If you want to play the deluxe version, I recommend you switch right away since the new content only becomes available after 2 hours. You switch right away since the new content only becomes available after 2 hours. What do you mean? $427 is my number. New content only becomes available after 2 hours. After 2 hours of playing the game. Ah, this game or deluxe version? Oh, the new content of the deluxe version only appears after playing the deluxe version for 2 hours. Ah, I see, I see. まだsupposed to do? わかんない。ん？
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
And oh, okay. And it's never. The end is never. Yeah. We are back to this room again.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
And 振り出しに戻る The end is never end. The end is never end. The end is never end. Input received. Peak, welcome. Ichigo has a full-time job as office worker. Yeah, I'm office lady. Stream never ends. Stream never ends. Stream never ends. Oh, maybe you're right. That's what I had heard and seemed to be true. Have a peanut that still ever take a while. But it's a whole universe considered of books, video games, a tabletop, and a lot of good sci-fi lore. You could start by playing Warhammer 40k.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Thank you for the narrator. Thank you for narrating on my stream. Congrats on the new job. Make sure to take breaks from the computer so your eyes don't get eye strain. Thank you. What am I supposed to do? I hate the Mondays. Agree.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. It's the beginning.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It's same.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We are doing the
Look,
same
Stanley,
thing.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
Maybe
others?
I should have gone to there this time.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
He is saying the same
Let me
thing.
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
I know
Give me
when
a chance.
he said, wow, really?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Eh? Maybe I should take a red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
No!
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What am I doing? Okay, I think I need to go there. I shouldn't have followed his instruction.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Wow!
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Is this a spooky movie? Cause I'm feeling spooked. No, this is a happy game! Wow, I love stars! 綺麗。さす。
No, wait. Where are you going?
No idea.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Eh? Eh?
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley,
Why?
let's go back to the other room. Can you do
I
that
can't
for
die.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, I
Maybe you're
can't
just getting a kick
deny.
out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Yeah,
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
yeah,
Well, this one is yours.
yes. Too much HP, true.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Okay. Is this game all recent?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Why is it this sound? 何の音? Why is it this sound, this typing sound?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's raining. Oh.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna stay
Stanley was so
on
bad
the
at following
elevator
directions,
this
it's
time.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
よし。
Look, Stanley, I think
It's
perhaps
not
we've
the
gotten off
happy
on the
anymore.
wrong foot here.
It's raining.
I'm
Oh,
not your
maybe
enemy, really, I'm
it's
not.
rain sound.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Who's she?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Inside? 脱出ゲーム、これなんだろうね。脱出ゲームなのかな。深ささん、いらっしゃい。Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Inside?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Get money employee for 47 pesos on your keyboard. メンターポジションこんばんは。Why has never yelled? I pressed. Wait, I pressed O. なんだろう。キーボードプロブレム。It's zero?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of
Thank
his
you, it was
existence.
zero.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press H to prepare dinner. Big Tech Tekken 9 and 8. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. 8.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh! Please press 8 to tell your kids a story. I don't have kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Whoa!
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? He doesn't hear me. How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Carrie, unfriendly neighbor. Ichigo has kids and they soybeans. Yeah, it's soybeans. Hello, Dexter. How are you today? Yeah.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Time. I wanna.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I wanna go escape route this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, I'm gonna stay here. You say so, welcome.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Okay, seems there's nothing to do.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yes, blame closet the ending. Let's go.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Hey! Thank you for the follow, Shizu. That's all? That's all? I think there's more. There should be more. I don't wanna follow that direction. Yes, let me drink water.明日仕事のためこれで失礼しますわ。お仕事頑張ってください。お疲れ様です。Wait, nothing happens. 何もないよ。Should I go there? Okay.
Ah, second player. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
And nothing happens. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For
What's
example,
this?
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm not okay. And the message.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Messi, ven acá,
Please, just
ayúdale.
someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And the monkey dance, welcome.
This
Did you
is the
finish
story of a
Resident
woman
Evil 3?
named
Yeah.
Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
How is this game? I'm enjoying this game. Vince's welcome. Okay, I'm back to this game, this room again. Okay, let me shout out my favorite message. Please check out my favorite message. Message is the best streamer on the earth. Please check out her and give her follow. Welcome, welcome. Have you played this game, Messi? I haven't finished the Resident Evil 3 yesterday. It was a fun game. Wait, it's dark. It's similar, but it looks different. Titanium, konnichiwa. How are you today? Different. It's corridor, not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna choose right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley
You're
felt
the
lightheaded,
best streamer in the
butterflies in
universe,
his
and
stomach.
yeah, I
Giddy
have.
in a
I
way he
played
had
it
never
at
known
night, and
before.
it's kind of spooky
Was it this
sometimes.
A
Yeah.
connection, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Spooky but funny, yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Loading.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Right. Okay, I have no choice.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? No,
What is this game? I have no idea.
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. It's on the true this time. Jenna, welcome. How are you today? This game is a very unique game. Okay. Where am I going to? Ah. Okay. So that is the room that I last time I went.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, it's the same again. The narrator restarted the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's beginning. What?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Wow.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I wanna choose this one, but I can't go there. Office work feels like this in real life too. But which one to go? Okay, this is the same. This looks different. So I'm gonna choose this one.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No,
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh. Page stop resetting the game. It's the worst thing the gamer
All of his
do.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Office, narrator is a troll. Yeah, worst player in the world. You shouldn't reset the game. It started over. I just got here. Hi, Caster. No doors. No door. Caster, how are you today?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Other direction.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Which story?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
So, has this game been horror or comedy so far? It seems a comedy. No horror, I guess. It looks like horror, but no horror.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes, it's
Well, do you know what?
office.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Oh. He really loves restarting the game. Wow. The Stanley Parable Adventure Line. チコちゃんかわいいかわいい Thank you. You're かわいい too.
All right, I've
Okay.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Line TM. What does TM stand for? Hi, Shira, welcome. Best part. Whoa. I follow? TM trademarked. Ah, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna follow the line. Hello, Datem. How are you today? Trademark 商標。あ、ありがとう。Thank you. Cherry flavored VTuber. Yeah, it's me. How are you, Datem?
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Stanley Legends. Cooperative imbalances. Consolidation reports. Employee 432 PR reviews. Wow, the music is fun.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
My ears. Sorry, yeah. Give me a gun to shoot something, please. Excuse me,
Wait,
sorry.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No, we are going to a different place. Wow.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What about the fan? I betrayed you, yeah.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? Oh. Yeah,
Now,
I'm a genius god.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
No horror. If it's no horror,
Oh,
I'm
no,
okay.
not you again. Stanley,
You
I'd also like to
TM
veto
again.
the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rules. Just don't
You
acknowledge
TM
it.
again.
We should be fine.
It's TM. Oh, it's gone. The line is trolling.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
This reminds me a little bit of Neo. なんだっけ Neo. Matrix. A little bit the Matrix. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I want to do it.
Timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Yay!
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
It does, yeah.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Narrator. 필름 되어서 부족함. I can't end on this room, right? Okay, no door. Two doors.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The game, yeah, and
So he
yesterday.
detoured through
I'm
the
gonna go
maintenance section,
straight this
walked straight
time.
ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
Oh, it's on track.
Yet there was
well
not a
made.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
I wanna
staircase,
choose
Stanley
the
walked
escape
upstairs to
route
his
this
boss's
time.
office.
Ooh. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it will be to have to pick just one. Huge crime! Extreme bathrooms. No! Why Panda was aimed by a gun? Business strategy. have no idea what. Areれ? Wow, where are we going? It takes a too long time. あれ? Is this elevator trolling? Is this elevator trolling? I think it's trolling.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Sorry, I didn't listen to the narrator. The whole game is a troll. Yeah.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Rushing the poor narrator. Okay, then there is a loading. There will be loading. So I'm gonna choose the left.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
This
door that read
escape
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent death.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Dance. Wow.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and short life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Tante.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated, as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? Did you win yet? Oh, not yet. What? Female narrator, yo. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Who are you? Title drop. Yeah, cool.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. Nature paintings. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development so that core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Konnichiwa, I am Peaches, welcome. The two doors, the set of two doors, two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Oh. The office. It's a museum! Button sounds. Office computers. I can interact them. The Stanley Parable credits. わ、すごい。Did I clear this game? I bet there's some secret involving pressing these in the right order. Maintenance room. 待って。The office. It's the end? Post office. We had 3 types. Office clock. I'm gonna check the left one. The end is never, the end is never, the end is etc. No end for this game, 100 of endings. No end? War zone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on battlefield fighting aliens. Green light. Well, narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent. Wait, it seems it's the end. The lounge. Cargo lift. The apartment timer. Dennis Kyle, welcome. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Hola, Freda. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. The developer must have so much fun making this game. Yeah! Oh, where to go? Stanley's office. Ah, there are lots of versions of it. Game design mockup. Wow, I'm enjoying this museum. Countdown room. Freedom ending. Wow, where am I going to? Countdown desk. Game development museum. Yeah, I love this kind of thing. 楽しい。これ見るの。One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Oh. I'm going to go in a bit, so I want to thank you for the stream in advance and have a good night. Thank you. Going to eat at a nice Japanese style restaurant. Wow! Please tell me what you ate. I made a reservation for. Enjoy your dinner. Is that dinner? Enjoy your meal. Thank you for coming. Escape menu. Oh, sending levels. Wow, trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. It's meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. I'll be sure to take a picture. Yeah, please, and share it. Yeah, Notorious, welcome. How are you today? Okay, it's time to get out of this museum. I enjoyed this museum enough. Which way? This way. Tired, actually.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
マイマイちゃんこんばんはいらっしゃい。Tired actually, I feel not tired yet, but a little bit sleepy. Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
I didn't follow the direction. Should I have followed the direction? You got squished. Yeah, strawberry juice. I'm strawberry juice now. Wait, nothing happened. Maybe I need to quit. Quit? Okay. Break time. Strawberry jam, yeah. Give me a second. ちょっと。Give me a second. I need to do something a little bit. ちょっと待ってね。Okay, I'm back. To quit the menu, resume the game. Begin the game again. Quit to menu. Save. Okay, I saved it. Dennis Kyle, thank you for the water. And the random fan 49, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Is the game frozen or is this meant to be? I think it's meant. This meant to be like this.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Is this beginning? Yeah, welcome. How are you?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this
How are
was
you
not
doing
the correct
today?
way to the
I'm
meeting
doing a
room, and
great.
Stanley
Random
knew it perfectly
fan.
well.
Thank you for
Perhaps he
asking.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
You're
left.
always welcome. Thank you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Am I
Stanley leapt from the
playing
platform
this game
and
from the
plunged to his
beginning?
death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
It seems I restarted the game
Stanley had
completely.
never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that
I
it
think
was.
it always saves. Okay, let me quit. It's over. This game is over.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I think I played enough of this game.
When
It's
Stanley
completely
came to a set of
resetting,
two open
I
doors,
guess.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
I mean,
knew it
there's no
perfectly
real
well.
progress to save.
Perhaps he
You
wanted
can
to
get
stop by
to
the
all
employee
endings
lounge
from the
first,
very
just to
beginning.
admire it.
I see.
It was okay.
Okay, I have been playing all about 2 hours, so it's better to end my stream now. I feel a little bit tired. ちょっと終わりにしようかな。Yeah, I enjoyed this game a lot. Did you enjoy my
But
stream?
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I enjoyed the stream.
Yet
Yeah.
there was not a single person here either.
I think I missed
Feeling
some.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
I
go
missed
up to his
some,
boss's office, hoping he might find coming to a staircase.
ending.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But it was fun. Yeah, thank you for watching.